Hello, Seahawks, and welcome back to Seahawk Central Sports. This week, we've got lots of fun with tennis, volleyball, and a swim and dive interview with Gabby, Perotti, and Ethan Badrian. But first, let's head over to Christian.
All right, jumping into tennis, we have a pretty solid recap. Men's tennis went 7-2 at the beginning of October at the Southern Intercollegiate Championships. Thanks to Reese Falk and Jonathan Barron, the two teamed up to win against Clemson 8-6 with Jordy Domenech and Bradstreet following the same score over Georgia. Cutting up all the wins, UNCW ended its appearance strong, winning against Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, and Clemson. Men's tennis comes back on October 20th to the 24th as they compete in the ITA Fall Regional in Cary, North Carolina. Next up is Chase with volleyball.
Thanks, Christian. Our own UNCW women's volleyball team traveled this past weekend to Hampton, Virginia to face the Pirates in a thrilling away series on Saturday and Sunday, October 21st and 22nd. The Seahawks achieved an impressive series sweep over both Saturday and Sunday's matches, improving their record to 10-12 and 7-5 in the CAA. There are some notable accomplishments to note among the team, such as on Saturday, October 21st, Katie Lance collected her 1,000th kill in the third set, becoming the 9th Seahawk to reach that achievement and the first since Nicole Lott in 2016. Lance would fall on Sunday's closer with a match-high 13 kills, making quick work of the Pirates and moving the Seahawks into a tie for 4th place in the standings of their division. Look forward to our Seahawks hosting the Delaware Blue Hens on October 28th and 29th during their annual Pink Weekend. Now on to Alexa for an exclusive interview.
Hello and welcome to our Swim and Dive interview. We are here today with Gabby from Swim and Ethan from Dive. We've got just a couple questions to ask, so let's get started. 1. What made you choose UNCW for Swim and Dive?
I did not exactly come here or visit first before I chose it, so I kind of blindly committed here. So I think the first thing that drew me in was probably the location. But other than that, I think that it was just my gut that told me to go here. So
That's awesome. Well, we're glad you're here.
me too.
How did you motivate yourself when times get hard?
For me personally, when times got hard, I usually look to just like side hobbies and stuff like that I could do to just cheer me up, like whether it was just watching a show or hanging out with my friends or going to the beach, just whatever I could do to kind of take my mind off of stuff and just relax for a little.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What has been your biggest challenge this season so far?
I think on the women's team, our perspective, just having a huge freshman class come in with a bunch of different personalities has definitely been challenging to manage, and everyone's kind of mixing together. Coming off of our win last year has been a challenge to get us all kind of back on the same page and keep the momentum going. So,
for sure. Now, Ethan, you were awarded the 2023 CAA Diver of the Year Award, which is awesome.
Thank
Congratulations. What was that like, and how did your team respond?
Well, it felt amazing to get it. You know, I wasn't really preparing on getting it. I wasn't expecting on getting it. But I think what I did was just really friendly competition with me and my teammates. Like, I wasn't looking at who we were going against or anything like that. I just wanted to beat my teammates, and I wanted to just try and beat my own score every time. And it ended up getting me that award. And, you know, the team, they were very they brought me in with open arms, and they congratulated me, and it felt really good. But
That's awesome.
thank you.
Gabby, as a senior, what extra responsibilities have you taken on this year?
I think I am in some other clubs. I'm involved in some other clubs, but within the swim team, I feel like just being the best teammate I can be and attempting to leave, you know, a legacy on other underclassmen and just people around me, just giving really just a positive impact to my teammates. And yeah, I feel like that's been a big responsibility, just day in, day out, every practice.
Yeah, for sure. A couple weeks back, Swim and Dive pulled out a big win against South Carolina. Woo, go Seahawks. How did you feel going into that specific meet?
You know, going into it, our coach had hyped us up a lot. He told us that, you know, there was a chance that we could take them down. So I think we all just like put in our head that we just had to beat them. We had to give it all we got, and whatever happens, happens. And, you know, seeing that win and taking that dub against that, you know, big Power 5 school, it really felt good. and we definitely celebrated, and it was just a great time to be there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
You've still got a few more meets to go, so which one are you most excited for and why?
I think I'm most excited for our last home meet in January against Davidson. That'll be my last time swimming in the natatorium. So there are just so many memories, and the pool itself has changed physically over the last couple years. So to just, leave it is going to be hard, but I'm really looking forward to that meet.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then last but not least, what is your favorite swim event or dive?
Well, for me, my favorite dive, it's a front 2.5 with one twist. They call it a full out, but it's probably my favorite just because it's my most consistent, and even though it's not the hardest one, I'd say it's the one that looks the coolest. So, yeah.
My favorite swim has to be the 200 breaststroke. It's just my go-to. It's, again, like Ethan said, pretty consistent, and I just love it. I feel good swimming it, and I feel like it always brings a good challenge. So.
Yeah, well, you guys will have to teach me that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in today. It was great to have you guys. Until next time, on to Sarah.
Thanks, Alexa. It was a big weekend for club sports, and the Seahawks came ready to play. Softball had 2 games against Campbell to start their season, and along with a home run by Ashton Evans, the team came away with both wins. Meanwhile, the women's ultimate team won 2 games at their first tournament and are playing next on November 3rd and 4th in Fairfax, Virginia. UNCW hockey split the weekend with 1 overtime win and 1 loss against Coastal Carolina. With club season finally upon us, make sure to keep your eyes out for all the games coming up. Now back to Davis.
Thanks, Sarah. Well, that's all we have for you this week. Be sure to support our Seahawks this weekend as they continue their seasons, and get ready for basketball, starting with exhibition games for women's on October 30th and men's on November 1st. Basketball season is upon us. Stay tuned into Seahawks Central Sports for more basketball and all sports content all year long. We'll see you then.